Baby Hello, traders. Welcome to episode 668 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here, and I really appreciate that. Welcome. Happy Monday. Bitcoin's 10,309. There is less than 2 hours to go until your daily time scale candle closes. And just looking at the 60 minutes, still like in the pretty much the dead middle of the range, kind of I guess towards the upper part of it, but easy man. But anyway, so yeah, Bitcoin sold off again, all right? And so the way we had it was 1 and 2 here, like a flag, right? But, you know, the size of it compared to the pole was kind of off. And so you broke to the downside and no follow-through price action and ran right back at the upside. So it's like, okay, then you adjust. And yeah, you actually do get a lot of touch points here. And again, this is 60 minute. So this isn't like, you know, on the daily, seldom are we like changing up trend lines, but the more you like go on faster time scales, the more adjustments you're gonna have to make because like things change and things are less reliable on those time scales. So yeah, someone's like, hey, is that a bearish cipher? Yeah, it could be. Very well could be, right? X, A, B, C, like 113% retrace to D, which, oh my God. Yeah, it will be cipher, so 786, not 886. There it is. All right, so the PCZ of this potential pattern would be around 10,784. Maybe it rallies a little bit higher and it squares up at 10,860. But I don't know, man. Right? It's like, what kind of consolidation is this after an impulse? It's not really. It should have gone a lot further than what it did last night. That right there. Bears are not completely in control here. The fact that you broke to the upside like that so resoundingly, so quick, but only to make a downsloping channel that is like, look at the size of it compared to the impulse. All right, it does look like a harmonic maybe developing on the 60 minute, all right? Hold on, let me make this only visible on the 60 minute. Okay, so that's it, man. I wish, man, what is up? I look like Casper today. Give me a sec. Let me tan myself or something. So the tan won't work today. What the heck's going on, man? I don't know. It's like spray tan, but for streamers. Changing the white effect. What is it called? The white. No, white balance. You gotta balance that to not look like Casper. Monitor tans. Okay. Showed that off in Vegas, if you remember. Alright, so yeah, potential harmonic, but also just, you know, impulse up, down sloping consolidation, very weak. I mean, on this low, now you have a lower low, now you have lower levels of negative Momo again, right? And it's just like, is it now bullishly diverging on the 4 hour in the short term? Yeah, it could be. So mysteries abound, man. Mysteries abound. Like lower risk areas are in the, you know, the mid 9,000s, not where we are now. Even if it was to break the upside, it's like whatever, man. There are just so many opportunities out there that just have nothing to do with Bitcoin. But yeah, I hope you really enjoy the new mixer I have, where I can just do anything I want, right? I can do this, and now we're in freaking outer space, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Or we can go even deeper than outer space. We might be on Mars or something right here. But then, we got the Bedmoon Boy, right? Burger, come in here. This is Bedmoon Boy. Psh, psh. How y'all doing over there, man? Okay. So yeah, back to normal. Great, it's all hotkeyed, and there's many different effects. So many different effects. All right. Let me look. This is AM radio announcer or something.
You listen to 589 AM radio, man. Can you believe it? Okay.
Wow. Man, I've like had a cough, and I've been like having to constantly like just hack up like mucus ever since the Vegas trip. I still haven't like gotten over that. Constantly having to like clear my throat. I'm like sick of this, dude. Like screw Vegas because of that. So annoying. All right. So that's it, dude. That's it. I did a static video on the bigger altcoins. Okay. You know, today. So check it out if you haven't. We looked at them. But you want to know one that's up? EOS that broke out days ago. Days ago, man. Continuing to rise up 2.66% today. Being a contrarian to the overall macro. At least intraday. Here's your daily. The breakout, man. The bullish divergence that continued on. Not so much on the, I mean, kind of on the tail end of the RSI. This got invalidated right here. But definitely, let me hide that. Should go away, man. Moss is not going away. Oh, my bad. Oops. So yeah, man. Really, in time, one, you know, could try to target for this high to low if it was really to be an actual swing low, major one. Oh, Gina Marco.
Bruh.
Thanks so much, man, for the $20 super chat. Thank you, dude. Okay, so you know, common retrace levels on EOS between 521 654. All right, just doing the same type of technical analysis we do on a traditional market. We're applying it to an S coin. Okay, so this is the way we do it over there. We're doing it here. So we'll see if it plays out, man. All right, these are areas like if someone was like in on a trade and was eventually to get, you know, it was eventually to retrace for real, it would go to one of those signals for reversing the downside again if it was in a downtrend. Okay, so that's it. Look at the volume increasing on the higher prices. Good, man. It's nice. Very nice. Went from freaking nearly $9 all the way down to $3, man. Lost 2/3 of its value in, I don't know, a few months. Welcome to crypto, man. From you, Dante, Element of P. The only thing that sucks about it is I have no idea. Like, if I accidentally forget to change it, I don't know. Like, it's like I could be stuck in... I did an 18-minute freaking static video today, and it was like this entire freaking time. The video was really good, and I said the whole video was so stupid. So yeah, EOS, nice. What maker? Wasn't it range bound? Still selling off. Still selling off, man. Still waiting for like the best lowest risk entries. You may not get it ever, but it's just continued to sell off for the most part. And it's just the waiting game with alerts set up down here at like 372, 350 is really the entry, but I think there's a lower risk entry even from there at 300, right? Right, and that's it, man. Simple, range bound asset. Getting closer and closer to that, potential entry for a trade on an S coin. S coin up 6% today. Oddly enough, right? What else is up? ICX. ICX is up today. Range bound asset. Okay, up 3.17%. So look what this momentous potential. All right, so you got a double bottom here, but maybe the double bottom itself becomes like a weekly double bottom or something, right? I mean, that very interesting. I mean, you're making higher lows right here. I mean, you rallied, but it's very illiquid, right? That's the issue with ICX. Like most of these S coins, there's not much of a market anymore for them. It's because the market participants that were playing them at the beginning are no longer involved with them. They're done. So, yeah, I mean, you could definitely argue that ICX is near the bottom of a large range. But overall bear trend, overall bearish range, not really a bullish range, right? So yeah, might be opportunity down here, maybe. Bullish convergence now developing. This is daily. Yeah, bullish convergence on both oscillators. So we'll see if this can manifest into higher prices. That's really like the things that stick out kind of the most on the altcoin market today. Not really that special, right? Okay. Some good news about the assets I looked at yesterday. I was scanning a lot yesterday afternoon for Foundum, and one's up nearly 8% since open today. Yeah, Leo, I agree. That'd be crazy. Sure thing, RS nerd. Gonna say hey to chat. All right, just gonna do it. Dang, dude, a lot of chat already. Wow. What's up, Dave P? Blessed 1V. Tyler M, Disco, Chuck, Mr. Burger, State of Kangs, Marco Rivera's here. Thanks, man. Lone Sophos, Mad Karan, Qualified Automotive Solutions, Enigma, Anderson Rivera, King Uggos.
Hello? Are you? Can you talk for a minute?
Hey, Katana. Mr. Waffle. What's up, Fish Heads? Wayne Batson. Good afternoon to you as well. What's up, Huss? Looking for a great BTC entry? Well, I mean, like, though it could rally here, I mean, dude, again, like, the lower risk areas are going to be down in, like, the mid-9s. Not where you are now. Remember, if you're range bound, taking entries in the middle of ranges is like... It's like a coin flip almost, man. It can go either way. It's like you're looking for low risk entries, high reward opportunities where there's upside potential, and you know if it breaks critical supports to the downside, it's like you're out, you're done, right? What's over in coffee? It's a hot, tasty beverage in my mug right now. Yeah, Hans and Franz always, Marco. Human from Earth? From Earth? From Earth? Welcome. Hey, Aaron Morgan. Chat, just saying hi, yeah, okay. Because sometimes, like, the stream will start and I won't be able to say hi for, like, an hour. And then by then, I've missed most of the chat, you know, that was moved up. What's up, Aristos? I look like Dexter the serial killer. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. I think. Wow, the Alabama administration is not happy that we'll be playing Southern Miss at 11 a.m. Okay. We just got like an alert on it. It's weird. Not so, I guess so, man. Hotel California Connect. Yes, first. I will use actual spray tan at 300 likes. Yeah, Canon Tenway, sure. Okay, sure. I mean, and after I get into the chat, we're going to look at those stocks, okay? Because why not, man? Like, what are you worried about? I did a static video on all the major S coins, altcoins, whatever. I analyzed Bitcoin at the beginning. I And we're looking at things that actually, you know, why we're here is like looking for trade setups. You know, not like assets that are, you know, doing nothing still. Okay. Even though they still look decent on the daily, and we've been waiting for them to break out of the upside or downside, and it seemed like there was a high probability, like Ethereum, it had a higher chance of maybe breaking out the upside because of all the stuff we've discussed and we've been discussing for weeks now. What it's been developing, that divergence. Can you see the... yeah, I guess. If you want to really see it. It was a patron video. I was making it specifically for patrons. So, yeah, I can pull it up for a sec. Let me see how I can do this. It's super bad, though, man. I think it's got to be this one.
Bruh. Is that a joint?
I'm just stopping by to show some love. I hope all is well, Mitch. Thank you for all that you do, as always.
Lone Sobos, man, thanks for the 420. Is that a joint contribution? Really, really appreciate it, dude. Kings. Alright, so let me see if I can make this happen. Alright, it's kind of embarrassing. Hey, just wanted to... I don't know, I mean, like, we go over these streams and stuff, but a lot of people change too, so what is your view, the particular access to the stock market that I... That was me, dude. I was so freaking livid, dude. So speaking of that first asset I was looking at, here you go, man. It's more follow through price action on the already broken out Nightlight Incorporated, or LASR, where eventually, you know, I think a major retrace, the common major retrace levels for profit taking would be good around, I mean, one could go 1804, depending on the risk you're taking, but, you know, you're looking for that 50%, 618, 1971, 2139. And I'm just doing it from the high, the major high to low point. Okay, maybe the retrace has really begun. Triple MACD bullish divergence. Oh man, this music's good. This music's good. But it could be even better with this big Just kidding. But, you know, again, it's nice. Nice fall up almost 4% today. That's S-coin levels of growth in a day, right? Hey, 5% days, you know. But not even the S-coins can keep up today with this one. National Oil Well Varco Incorporated, NOV. Up 8%. Big, major, momentous breakout today. Almost pretty much a bullish Mara Bazoo. Bullish domination the whole way through. Breakout! So, you know, from the high point to low point. Yeah, the measure move of the pattern puts you at the beginning of the golden zone, which is like 2983. But we know the golden zone's between 2983 and 3717. All right, so maybe this is the beginning of the, you know, just common retrace. The retrace you always get at the end of downtrends. This downtrend has been lasted like over a year now, like 13 months. So maybe it's reversing now, right? This was shown yesterday as an opportunity. 8%. 2.69% today on this one, OPK, which is a scuffed falling wedge, but more so, look at the potential double bottom that's going on. It hasn't even broken the downslope resistance yet. Still very close to that bottom. And if it was to break the upside, I see it feels like this is a really discernible swing high. I think you can get away with it here, high to low, and just target conservatively 283 and 309. You got right here a slightly lower low with bullish divergence on both oscillators. Okay. Not bad. That's right, State Undead. People getting high playing space in the street. The internet street, alright. Desert Woman. Or more like Desert Woman.
Bruh.
Droughtigus Rex, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Kingsman. Sorry, gonna catch back up on some chat now. Look at a few of these. Not bad. Should you go all in on XRP this week or next week? Never in your life should you ever do that. That's not financial advice. That's like life-saving advice, because you might want to, you know, do something stupid if it doesn't work out, right? So, well, you know, man, you got the XRP chart. Okay, this is the secret weapon XRP chart for all the Moon Boys. All right. This is it since 2014. It's the entire lifespan. It is approaching the upsloping support, man.
Can you give us your take on this diamond pattern in the Discord?
Sure. High Desert Garden. Hey, man. High Desert Garden, Desert Woman. Y'all should go on a name date, because it's the name of the song. Good stuff. So, I don't know, man. Diamonds, maybe, but like, sure. It's very small pattern, and I don't know. I like diamonds that are much larger, right? With a lot more touch points. That one's kind of weird, but hold on, let me think. Let me try it like this. Right, so I think you might have just a. I don't really think it's a diamond of any sort. I mean, like, you know, why is this being kind of cut out? You know, like, well, this was probably part of the consolidation, so you're kind of just cherry picking, right? Your trend line, like you're using this to give conclusion of a potential diamond, when in fact it may be just erroneous of a trend line. I don't see a diamond. And you know, it's all about, if I can't see it.
Can you keep the 128 mega amperes on the BTC daily chart? It seems we stay above it in a bull run. Wondering its significance. Thanks, Dad.
Bruh.
We can look at something. Yeah, give me a sec. But, you know, like with a diamond, it should be pretty clear, and we have a great example of that diamond. I'm just looking no further than Litecoin. Hold on, make sure I got the right chart. Like this diamond, I mean, you know, right, the impulse happened, right? The impulse happened, and then all the consolidation started. And then another impulse, look, the break to the downside, like how violent it was. And you were not at the apex. Remember, like when you get to like the very end, the pattern could very well start being invalid. And if we look at it, that one, like it was like, this was all cut out for some reason. Because this is probably part of the structure of consolidation on, you know, like impulse up, down sloping. That was part of it, right? So I think you're just in a down sloping channel now. You move this trend line down here, get rid of this, and you extend this out. It's just a channel. We looked at it earlier on the 60-minute. I mean, this right here, though, you know, besides the one wick, I mean, you see like 1, 2, 3, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I mean, you also see it's another lower high anyway. And you got 1, 2 here. So I don't know, man. I think it's kind of erroneous. But dude, thanks for the contribution. And yeah, dude, it's like, you know, they gotta be clean, man, and they gotta be like clear right after impulses and stuff, and you gotta contain like all that consolidation. I like diamonds that are much larger. There you go. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. I shouldn't be so materialistic about diamonds, dude. Capo. You come to your office in New York? All right, man. I'll start walking. Be there in 6 months, dude. All right, so what was the question from Spencer? 128 moving average. I have no idea why anyone would ever use that. Never heard of that in my life. 128 moving average. And you're saying MA, so you're being general. You're not saying EMA or SMA. So, and I'm going to have to guess that now, because I've never used the 128 MA in my life. And I don't understand the significance of it.
What about the other one that includes what you're talking about?
All right. Let's just go to this real quick. Let's go to the, thank you, High Desert Guard Man. Give me a sec. Let me go to another chart. Good music, man. Okay, so diamond. Looking for a diamond here. So how, like, say everything came to a close right here, right? So that's like where impulse started, impulse, and now we have consolidation. So at this point, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, where, impulse down, right? Impulse, where's the, touch points here? I don't think that's much of an anchor point there. I don't think there's any anchor points here on the right side. I don't see much of a diamond, man. All I see is an impulse down with now like some sort of downsloping consolidation. This is the consolidation you're getting. All right. And so I think it's just more like we might be developing a cipher, a bearish cipher that could ride to the upside. But, again, I just don't see it, man. And you might see it, and that's fine. And hey, you might be right and I might be wrong, but I'm just saying I can't see a diamond in this situation. Like, I get what you're doing, right? You're like, what is it, like this? Doing something like that. And then you're doing something like this. It's still like, how can you call it a diamond, right? Like, you're still making lower lows, you're not making higher lows anymore, right? It's like, I think your idea was like this, but you broke it, back tested, like, I mean, and where's the real height? I mean, like, what do? Do you do like this or this now, right? It's all off. It's like, yeah, is that a false breakout of the diamond now and it's back in it or something? So yeah, maybe a diamond. Okay, so what does that mean? That just means the warring between buyers and sellers. It's completely neutral. And it could go either way. Get what I'm saying, man? Go either way. But sure, maybe, I guess. I just didn't see it. And maybe this is his idea, is what I'm saying. I'm just looking at it now. So yeah, maybe a diamond, a scuffed diamond, false breakout diamond connect. And the only reason we can say it's diamond because, like, look, like that wick. I mean, before it was going to be like this, and it's like really super scuffed invalid crap there, right? So if you adjust, maybe, I don't know, I guess. But I mean, again, it's like this to me, maybe X, A, B, C. 886, 9500 area. But also could be this, right? Where it's a smaller pattern, so less likely to play out, but can. 786, right? So I don't really know how the diamond could help you in this regard to the upside, especially if it sells off then. But maybe the measured move would be close to the PCZ of the larger harmonic, right? So I don't know, man. Okay. So let's go to, well, let's do this one again. Someone's like, can you look at the 128 MA? And thanks again, High Desert Guard Man, for the 2.5s. Kings, man. 128 MA. And I don't even know if it's... Disco Chuck, I'm in the chat, let's go!
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Welcome, man. Thanks, dude. Let me see if he was able to follow up in chat and say simple or EMA. It was Spencer. Spencer. Oh, EMA. Oh, okay. I don't do EMAs, so. Please just have one EMA, like a simple exponential moving average. Like, that's gotta be it, right? I swear if it's not, I'm gonna. Oh god, dude. It's multiple EMAs. No, thank you. Oh, here we go. There's two of them, so maybe I can just delete one. Augment. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Can't use my number. Yeah. So I just plugged in 128 EMA right there. You saw it. See it? 128 EMA. All right. Exactly what you requested. And we're below that.
Thanks for looking at it. I'm trying to learn all this stuff. Kings.
Bruh.
Yeah, you just it's all about discernibility, and it's like, you know how it is, man. It's like you can clearly see it. When in doubt, go look at a textbook example of them, right? And they're there. I thought that Litecoin one was perfect, and it was so perfect that it hit the measure move. I don't know why this is off. Oh yeah, that's right. I got rid of the old measure move here, and we're doing like the double bottom measure move to the upside. But it literally hit on the dollar, like on the dollar and near like 10-cent area, same like cent area, hit it perfectly before rallying the upside. You saw it, like it played out brilliantly. But you can clearly see that consolidation develop, identified, and then dumped. It was perfect, man. What? With that 128, dude. EMA. Seems we stay. Oh, you're talking about the daily though. Daily, gotcha. Because we're below it on the 4 hour. As long as we stay above that, we're okay. I mean, sure. Sure, man. What does it even look like on the daily? Like impulse up and the consolidation. It's like, was it flagging, man? Is that a flag, dude? And you get rid of the stupid wick, and it's just like, anyone? I mean, why does that not make sense, right? Why does that really not make sense at all when we're thinking about the idea of this? Dude, is this song literally squeaking? If we're looking at that, why is this a crazy idea? Impulse up, down, sloping consolidation. Holding on, mind you, holding on to positive momentum. To go to the bottom of the flag, kind of give yourself a break, and it's very close to that PCZ if it was to play out. All right, so 4 hour doesn't look that great, but hey, maybe the daily doing something. It had to take me to go to a clean chart on Bitcoin to see it, looking at the 128 EMA that I've never even heard of anyone ever doing. But hey, sure. Anyway, sorry, I missed a lot of chat. My bad. The song's literally squeaking. All right, we're gonna have to change that, man. I can't do squeaky songs, dude. It's like unheard of. Oh no, it's still squeaking. Are you kidding? All right, boots and toes. Boots and toes. What, you meant the 128 SMA? Okay, just for the record, you did tell me EMA, and I just abided. So let me redo this for you, Spencer, man. He's now saying he actually meant SMA. So let me get rid of this first. And again, I don't know of anyone who uses a 128 day or 128 simple moving average. I mean, I use the 20, the 50, the 100, or sorry, the 200. And some people do use the 100, and it's fine. But that's like the one typical, those are the typical moving averages: 20, 50, 100, 200. It is known. It is freaking known. So, but I will abide by what you want, man. I know this one's pretty easy. I love the SMA. It's nice. Well, where is it? Type it in. Oh my god. Oh, I hate when it says averages. I mean, it's like, okay, can I just have one average and just give me it? Give me it? I swear, man. It's like, I don't care about your look. Good for you, dude. You're such a genius. Like, just I'm just gonna augment one of mine. I'm gonna augment my 200. Sorry. Sure, as long as you stay above some random 128 moving average, yeah, you should be fine. Sure thing, man. I think as long as you stay above the 200 moving average, you should be fine. Look what happens if we augment it, just make it 100. Instead of 128, 100 still looks probably pretty good. Yeah, see, like you fell below, look, you're back above the 100. So, anyway. Yeah, you're above the 100, the 128. You're above it all, man. What about that 20 and the 50, though? Yeah, you're above the 20 moving average on the daily. You're trying to get back over that 50 on the moving average. You have moving averages that are really coiled up right now, right? And coiled up moving averages, oftentimes you get big breaks the upside downside when they coil like that. So just remember last time what happened when our moving averages got close to each other, when the price and faster scale moving averages finally, or I guess when the 200 finally caught up. This is the 100. Gosh dang it. My god. Right, you can look at the 100 or the 200, right? When the 100 coiled up with the faster scale moving averages, that's like almost like you can look at calm before the storm, right? Where like, because what you're looking for is normally after the coiling, the fanning comes because of the big moves. All right, so far you're very far away from that 200, and that's why it's so important to stay above the 20 and the 50 this time, because normally when you break below the 20 and the 50, that is when you oftentimes, well, in traditional markets, test the 200. All right. So, man, there was an oscillator Larley was telling me about that he used for the first time, I think this weekend. I'll try to look at it, look for it. But, credit to him big time on this. And I don't really know if it means anything. It seems like it probably is some, Bollinger Bands, but it's not. It's called let's look for it. It's called the Gaussian channel tool. think this is it. This is it. All right, so it's hit the red for the first time since the run began. Right? It was red, then turned to green, and is now turning red. Its first day was turning red on the 3rd of September. Oh my God, dude. Jesus. Sorry. So yeah, the red, right? It went green on March 4th, and it's now turned red for the first time. So interesting. Shout out to Larly for finding this. I don't really know much about it, but it's also given false readings before where it's like, oh, it's green, man. It's green. Really? Well, it could do the same thing. Look, huge downtrend turns green. Oh, huge uptrend could turn red and then eventually turn green again, right? I mean, that's these oscillators. They're lagging, definitely lagging for sure. And I think they have to do probably with moving averages. Looks like Bollinger Band-esque stuff. So just interesting, right? Okay, 10,350 on the corn. Not selling off yet, not too much. It is known, Khaleesi. That's right, Disco. Chuck, man. Kings, dude. Pumping on the 1 minute. I can't believe it, man. Cup with handle on the monthly. I don't know, man. Oh, it had the K on it. It was OTK maybe? OPK. Yes, OPK. Opco Health Incorporated. All right. Bullishly engulfed today. Yes, bullishly engulfed. It's not broken out yet. V, no, I do not. I do not at all. That's not hidden. Trader Mark, if you're in here, that's actually classic. That would be considered classic divergence, not hidden. Bingo bananas. Check EOS without a please, and I already looked at it today. So that's showing that you weren't even you're late, and you're demanding I check something. So lose. Where? Oh, okay. People like cup with handle? GBTC kind of looks more like a cup with handle than the actual spot price of Bitcoin. The asset itself. I mean, to me, it just looks like a pennant. I mean, dude, look at the weekly. Like, just clean weekly. Does that not look like a perfect pennant? After an impulse triangle, it looks like definitely like on a daily triangle, right? But like, I mean, that is price contraction at its finest, and it could go either way. Like, it really could. Yeah, negative Momo's building for sure. But you're not making lower prices on the negative Momo, are you? Nope, not yet. Oh, aren't the Saints playing tonight too? Who dat? Kind of talking about who's Mitch Rat, dude. I don't rat people out, dude. All right. Dude, that question's impossible to answer, Julian. So you would just think that. See, I don't even know how much stocks affect Bitcoin in itself, right? So the Fed cutting rates for an asset that's global, and most of the volume, most of the trading done is in Asia. I don't know how much it's going to affect Bitcoin at all. See what I'm saying, man? It's like impossible. Double Monday Night Football. That's it, dude. All right. Pin it, connect. Price contraction, connect. Big move coming, connect. On to corn, man. And you can look no further than the daily. That's it. Yeah, it's either flagging, rounding out, or in a screwed. Okay. So it is still rather uncertain where Bitcoin's going to be going to the upside downside. I don't know, Jacob. I haven't looked at it. Well, again, I don't really use EMAs, but yeah, maybe. Again, but you're looking at a terribly bearish market, man. So you're constantly trying to find the bottom, right? And like, look, I mean, this is the way you look at it like that, and I'm looking at it like this, like just downtrend, man. And it's been in one. But you know, like I don't know, I haven't messed with these lines yet. See, to me, it's like if you're gonna look at it like a wedge, I think the 1-2, this is where the consolidation started. Impulse consolidation. You haven't broken anything, have you, man? No, you literally haven't. And to me, it just looks like a channel, not, or even maybe a descending broadening wedge, more so than a wedge, man. All right, that's just me though.
Bruh.
What's your thoughts on reading TA on the longs and shorts charts? I'm seeing bearish divergence on the BTC shorts Bitfinex, and hidden media on the longs.
I don't know. I don't really look at them for technical analysis. I don't think it can really tell you much anything because that Bitcoin shorts long chart you're talking about only covers Bitfinex's exchange. What about Box? What about all these other exchanges now that are doing shorts and longs, right? They're not included in that. So I don't really, I mean, those are alien variables that I'm not ever going to use. I don't ever use a shorts longs chart on the stock market when I'm looking for trade setups there. I'm not going to do it here. It's just, to me, it doesn't really do anything. Find someone who's successfully, like, you know, charted that stuff and understands it, and, you know, thinks they can find like the end all be all off one exchange's leverage shorts or longs, and I'll be surprised. Okay, I just think that it's something that is a distraction from you trusting in your strategy, which is like, you know, looking for those coinciding variables, harmonics, divergence, all that on the actual spot price, not the leverage stuff. So I don't really think too much of it. I think it's just like whatever. It's like trying to look at Bitcoin volume, right, on any exchange, Coinbase exchange or Bitfinex exchange. Like, you're seeing the volume, and it's like the volume on this exchange, and we know most of the trading's done OTC anyway. So it doesn't faze me. I don't really look into it at all. Now, I'll look at it if people want me to, but again, I don't think it's going to give you much. Okay. That's it, James. But again, I don't, you know, it was always like first time ever looking at it. And you looked back and you saw like it was not able to literally find the it gave false readings of like when the trend was reversing, only short term. People are stingy with the likes. B, is that true? Yeah, I guess so. 470, 132 likes, no big deal, man. Like, if you don't like the stream, yeah, don't like it, I guess, right? It's okay. Yeah, I don't get that, though. It's weird. It's just like the way it's always been, though, man. It's like you get this many people watching. It's like...
128 moving day average? Stop listening to bum-ass tone vase. He said BTC 1.5k at 3k and was telling PPL to short. He said gold was going to $800. Why are PPL still listening to that bum? Did I mention that tone vase sucks?
I have no opinion on him, but dang, did he really say gold was going to go to 800? Does he not understand what accumulation is? Momentum shift? Geometrical breakouts? That stuff's very real, and that was, you know, our analysis since I've been creating content on gold. Same thing, accumulation, Momo shift. Okay, central banks buying the F out of it. And guess what? Guess what happened today? Or, you know, this week or something. Dude, freaking gold, man. China added 100 tons of gold to its reserves since it resumed buying in December, as government purchases accumulate bullion to help diversify the reserves amid a rally in prices and the drag of the trade war with the U.S. The People's Bank of China raised bullion holdings to 62.45 million ounces in August, from 62.26 million ounces in July. In tonnage terms, August's inflow totaled 5.91 megatons, or MT, right? Isn't that megatons? I don't even know, man. Following the addition, or let's just say MT, following the addition of around 94 MT megatons in the previous 8 months. Trade war restrictions or sanctions with Russia give an incentive for these central banks to diversify. Also, with increasing political and economic uncertainty prevailing, gold provides an ideal hedge and will therefore be sought after by central banks globally. Derp, we just talked about that, but you know they're continuing to get gold, man. Central banks, the government, man, the governments of the world. Oh, nice, James. Interesting. We can look at it, dude. But, you know, you can look and see it's kind of like you're diverging bullishly.
Is that a joint?
Short Jeremy Pruitt.
Yeah, and Fat Phil Fulmer, absolutely, and the entire Tennessee football team. Certainly, short them hard. They'll probably beat the crap out of Chattanooga. Like, you really want to think about a bet? They're playing, again, UTC this weekend. They'll probably kill them. They'll probably win and cover. So, mark my words, 0-2. You know why they're going to win? Because they have to. If they don't win this weekend, think about it, what they're doing. I think after, next weekend, after this one, they're playing Florida. They're going on an SEC gauntlet. I think they're playing like 5 weeks in a row SEC teams. Hilarious, man. They're so screwed. Like, these were the games they had to win. These 3, and they've lost 2 of them already. It's just like there's nothing they can do. They're in so much trouble. They're obviously, I don't think they're going to a bowl game this year now, especially after that. And that's like the worst you could ever do. Yep, it's like UTC they're playing, and they're playing Florida. Then they're playing Georgia. Then they're playing Mississippi State. Then Alabama. Then South Carolina. And they don't play a non-SEC team again after this weekend until November 11th, or sorry, November 2nd, and they're playing UAB. They might lose that one. Then Kentucky, Missouri, and Vandy. So after this weekend, they only have one non-conference game left. Tennessee is screwed, and I couldn't be happier about it, man. I love it. I'll definitely be going to that game this year, just because I know we're going to blow them out, and I'm going to have a good time in Tuscaloosa. Million tons. It could be megatons. Yeah, it's million tons, I guess. Metric tons. There we go. Metric tons. This was like MT. We'll just call it MT because I don't know. metric tons. Thanks, Lawrence and others. Off to the ether. It's like PRZ, PCZ. It's like pattern completion zone or price reversal zone. It's like, could be whatever, either or. That's interesting. That I do want to look back at that. I really do. Wait, sorry. The Gaussian tool on the weekly. The Gaussian tool, man. That's not the one. I got this, man. Hold on. No, I thought it was that one. Oh, the channel, though. Got it. All right, so remember, we were just looking at this one. This oscillator Larley kind of discovered and started playing with. This is the daily, but look at the weekly. As James Glenn just said, it just turned green. How about that, man? What about AT&T? What about Roger killing it on AT&T, man? Dude, I've been checking it. Fannie Mae, I discovered that falling wedge. It's been killing it ever since, dude. Oh, a long time ago too, man. So whatever to this, you know. Very interesting. It turned red right before capitulation on the weekly. Yeah, I did, and now it's green again. It turned green July 29th. What's up, Spoon Power 23? Says, I want to say thank you for doing everything you do. Continue to do what you love. F the haters. Thanks, man. There aren't many. There really aren't many haters. The ones that are the haters, normally they're the ones with like extreme amounts of mental illness, so they like create multiple accounts, and it's just like a few people. It's like you can't count them off on you know, on one hand. But you know, again, they're annoying, and believe me, man, the fact that I live rent free in the hater's head is hilarious, man. I'm living my best life, right? And y'all know that. You can see it. Like, this is the dream, man. This is like the revitalized American dream. It's the Western dream, right? And it's because of y'all that I've been able to do it, and I'm really grateful for that. But again, some people just can't handle it. They can't handle seeing other people ascend, all right? And all we're trying to do on this show is help people ascend. That's like literally what this stream's about, is getting on the table and then pulling people on the table with you. That's all it's about, man. Oh my God, why is the music loud now? Sorry, chat. Jesus. So many moving parts to streaming, man. It can get overwhelming sometimes. It can get overwhelming, man. Can we even bring this? Wait, can y'all tell me the sound effects? If these sound effects are also affected by it, I don't think they are.
Is that a joint?
Let me know. Cake up 5%. Oh my God. Let's go to Cake Connect, dude. Don't we have good things to say about the cheesecakes? Let's freaking go, dude. Oh, well, there wasn't divergence though on cake, right? Well, the consensus was like it was like a scuffed, slanted head and shoulders. Here are the collars to form the neckline, and you had not even come close to it yet, and you hit the 50% retrace on the dot from the lowest point to highest point, 50%, and then bounced off of it, but not making higher highs yet. Cake connect. So we had I don't even know, man, a little bit of bullish divergence on the MACD that maybe helped you look lower low, and this very well could be a harmonic, right? Kentomo, looking back at it, like X, A, yep, B, yep, not too deep. Wait, it is too deep. Yeah, 1414 is the max, so it's, you know, it's too much, I think. So, you know, 786 way up here. I don't know if you're gonna get that. All right, that's like way up at 56 bucks, but I think again, 154% retrace. It needs the max for a cipher was at 37.25, but look, it just fell like a little bit below in the same day, and then as soon as it hit it, it bounced. So very well could be argued that it's in that area, right? PCC area. Okay. Good stuff on cake though, man. Awesome. You can look back. You know, I did this static video today on all these assets, so this was a long time coming, man. Long freaking time coming on Ethereum, dude. It was just like waiting and waiting and waiting. You couldn't go much further, man. But you decided to break out to the upside. The divergence continued on. And here you are, you're out. But it could take us quite some time to ever get to these areas if it was going to play out. No, did the sound effects work on the actual Is That a Joint? Not on my voice. Rip speakers. Energy, what are you talking about? So loud. Use a Sharpie? What are you talking about? What's up, Corn Trader? How you doing, man? Let's look at the futures. The corn futures. Bitcoin futures, not literally corn. You know, futures on the corn still in the green. On this tool, right? Diverging a low, the same low, or slightly higher lows. It's literally about the same low on this one. Like on the spot price, it's not. It's a higher low, but on this chart, it does look like closer to the argument is a little bit more valid for potential descending triangle here, futures. But again, it's like a low, same low. Lower levels negative Momo. So stupid. And this Gaussian tool is still green, and you're kind of above that. I don't know. It's probably an aggregate of different moving averages, whether it's simple or EMA. I don't know. I haven't researched it, but yeah, man, still green. Wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay, on the daily again, you still got positive Momo. Trying to show a little green, 10,405. It is, you know, only about $50 away from spot price, so nothing irregular here. Still inside the upsloping channel, still inside the downsloping channel. The apex looms. Big time. All right. Hello, chat. Chat, can you hear me? Fredo Fuzzbear, you say you're poor. Figure it out. Figure it out. You're poor. That's a meme. It's a streamer's like, it's only use me blades like slogan. He says, you're poor, figure it out. Little bruises. Okay. So Ethereum, man, that was it. Divergence Connect. Breakout Connect. Critical Support Connect. All of it held. And it's somehow up today, you know, a little bit. Whatever, man. Did we look at NEO today? I'm not talking about NEO, NEO, I'm talking about NIO. NIO up 5.37% today, chat. This was another one we looked at yesterday. Talked about the potential for higher prices, the bullish divergence on the tail end. Golden mean ratio fib extension from here low to high. What do you even want back testing it? Could go much higher. Just saying, man. No, Ezra. No, thank you, please. Oh, they got the RV trip. It's gonna be probably really bad. Like, that was like, those RV trips were good because of degeneracy, and I don't know, man, how it's gonna work with Ice having a girlfriend. Like, it's just, he's in this weird identity crisis because he's identified as a degen, right, for so long, and using people and all that, and now he's trying to get out of that when he built his community on that, and now he has a hate base and somewhat of a fan base, I guess. Nice cryptos and tokens, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We'll hold it and see how it goes. This is a very good setup. All right. Galaga to BTC. Huh? That was yesterday, Rich May. So, I forgot to say it. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, that bell, that sub. I've been live for 1 hour and 15 minutes, man. On a Monday. 9/9/19 comes but once. I guess every 100 years? Well, 9/9. And then something 9. Well, I don't know. Every 10 years, maybe. It'd be awesome if it was 9/9/1999. That'd have been lit. But internet wasn't fast enough to do anything like this. Okay. Chat, are you there? Hello? So, I guess feedback. Do a lot of y'all use this as just some sort of background noise, or like you're doing something and I'm a podcast? I'm just wondering what the, how people watch me. Do you watch me on your phone? Do you watch me at work? Do you watch me mowing the yard? Like, what do you do? Right? Or do you sit there in front of the PC and watch me? Just interested to know. Michael, that's the Gaussian. Let me Google this, see if I can make sure I'm saying it right. It's French.
Gaussian.
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 The Gaussian. Chat. Gaussian tool. That is what I was using, Michael. Somewhere. Yeah, kind of Tomo. We'll stop acting like in 1999 we were old enough to party, dude. Second monitor while you play WoW Classic. Nice. C Kane, what are you playing, man? Are you a mage? Are you a druid, man? Remy, I don't know what that means, dude. T-Bone watches to see if I will say what he wants to hear. Alright. Phone while buying XRP. Drive the kiss. I will destroy you. James Gunn's working on charts while watching. Sweet. Third monitor. Kevin's in the tub clipping his toes listening to TA. Oh my god, man. I'm on the second monitor on orange. Priorities, man. Sir Charles is just meditating. Okay. That's cool, man. Rod is doing about 70 miles an hour driving. Well, don't freaking tell me, dude. Okay, don't you dare do that again. Rod, I will come at you, dude. You're not going to get in a wreck texting while going 70. Sweet Miss Gonzalez. Steven Stan watches on his phone when he's at work. Very cool. I'm on the fourth screen again, if RS. God. If I'm on the fourth screen, that means I'm pretty much a podcast, right? You're a warlock, dude? Okay, gotcha. See, I'm on the big screen for normal bits. See, I figure like the people like on the big screen are gonna be the ones that aren't gonna like the stream, and it's because like I've experienced too when I'm like watching YouTube like downstairs on my big screen. It's not like something you do. You don't watch stuff and hit the like button when you're watching, right? Unless you're watching it like, you know how you have Air Connect from your phone, and it can connect to the TV. If you're doing it that way, it's easier. But like if you're literally like navigating on your Apple TV or something like that for YouTube, you will never hit the like button on anything. So that makes sense. What's up, Discree? I think there's a correlation between gold, Bitcoin, and the US dollar more so than the Dow Jones. But if there's tumults globally, it's going to affect the stock market, sure. Excellent, Russell, man. Yeah, Brad Anderson, thanks for the ... dots, man. I mean, like, what does that even mean? Why are there ... dots? Like, geez, man. Been talking about gold for longer than you've been watching. That's a trade. It's a position trade. Been in it for freaking over a year. Look at Activision Blizzard. Another trade. Hello? Still rallying $55. Nearing the 382. Which is 57.10. Almost hit it last week. Still going, man. James, that would be terrible, dude. You watched me when Auburn's playing? Shoot, man, I had money on Auburn last weekend. And they won it big for me. Oh, I took my picks. Made my picks already. I did a 3-game teaser. This is the one I think I'm most confident on. Alabama minus 15.5. Ohio State minus 5. And Oklahoma minus 11.5. 3-game teaser right there. That's what I've got. Thick Coach Marshall's in the bubble bath. No, I'm okay, man. Alright. I'm alright. Thank you, though, for the offer. Didic? Yeah, man, maybe. Yeah, WoW Classic's insane, man. There were roughly around 1 million people watching other people play WoW on Twitch. I think that's just so insane. Like, that's so crazy. Dude, the game is so old, and it's like, So much nostalgia. It's like, hey, let's tap. Hey, that remember that audience? Activision's like, remember that audience that used to play our game and it was like the most successful game ever? Well, they're all like 10, 15 years older now. So they all got jobs and kids and are probably, you know, still playing video games maybe, but and Russia, people in Russia are already making servers knocking off what we do, that WoW Classic. So yeah, screw it, man. And look what it's done. Brilliant. And you know, other video game companies are going to do the same stuff now. They're going to, you know, take that same idea and run with it on whatever games, you know. I mean, look at EA, like, you know, remaking Call of Duty every year. So, and they're also like recreating the maps with better graphics and all that too. So again, they already are doing that, I guess. People watching the bath. Okay, more people than I thought watch me in the bathtub. Interesting. What is this, Miss Gonzalez? You're gonna be the first girl 24-hour stream. What you mean? What does that mean? Brad Anderson, what's up, dude? Yeah, I guess a little bit. 10,360. Don't really go anywhere, man. Volatility's pretty meh still. I think that you could definitely argue that the 4-hour MACD is diverging. Certainly, like you're making a slightly lower low with higher levels of relative strength. Or sorry, not relative strength. Excuse me. Lower levels of negative momentum. You are certainly diverging on the 4-hour. It's just not that great. It's not, you know, the best that you could see, right? Davey, I don't think much about mining farms out in Serbia, dude. Okay. But Fit Coach Marshall, I don't know about Friends very much, you know? I never really watched it. I watched Seinfeld, but again, I was like in high school when I watched all the Seinfeld episodes. I haven't really watched them again. So, you know. Kevin is exfoliating his forearms while listening to TA. All right, Kevin. I'm a podcast man. Can you hear me? It's all audio. Jamie tunes in every day, night in Scotland, and trade as if I was in the room doing some sort of stuff. Sweet, man. Well, thanks for allowing me into all of your homes. And some of y'all are in way more intimate positions than others. All right. Thanks. Awesome. Thanks for the 420 people tuned in.
Is that a joint?
I'm telling y'all, chat, the volatility will return on Bitcoin in a very dramatic fashion. And when we're sitting at, on a day stream, 430 to 500 viewers, that's when you know, man, volatility keeps drawing up like that. Eventually, boom, the big green candle, and all the viewers will come back that quit, that stopped watching, that lost interest. Okay. Look no further than that symmetrical triangle. Look no further than the freaking futures chart. They're all telling us things that it's almost done. Remember, day 70, day 71 of this correction started June 26th. 90-day to 100-day corrections on average on the stock market. But this isn't the stock market, man. We know that. The Office is the best show. It was at one time, man. It certainly was. Holy crap. Did that static video today and live streaming. I've literally not gained one sub. That is what tells you how terrible this market is, man. Holy crap. I can't grow anymore. I'm dead in the water. Dead streamer. Jesus. I know it's not out of the correction yet. Clearly not out of the correction. But on the future chart, clearly still in the uptrend, right? So when you have that going on, that is pseudo contraction. And the apex would be somewhere September 19th. I think that you'll be out by September 16th to 19th, man. Before then, the move to the upside or downside will occur. So mid-month, look out. That's right, Trader Mark. What's up, Hans Lagerrenberg? Fantastic. Cost of electricity is super cheap in Serbia. This is way more profitable. I bet, man. I bet. But hey, no one can compete when the government is like subsidizing you, giving you like free electricity to mine Bitcoin, right? I mean, does anyone have an inkling or an idea or thought that maybe the Chinese government themselves they have their own mining operations or something? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because the government in China, they can have, citizens like mining it or whatever, citizens companies, and the Chinese government could just literally come in and, completely take over, appropriate the whole mining operation, right? What's up, Crypto Soldier Man? Good to see you. All right, man. So we got like 30 minutes until your daily close. What's up, Miss Doobie? Sorry, audio. Oh my God.
Did anyone ever tell you?
This is gonna have to do. I can't get it right. It's like either a little too loud, or a lot too loud, or too quiet, man. It's like so effed. There we go.
Did anyone ever tell you?
Farshad, you think the Cowboys have a great future? We'll see, man.
Did anyone ever tell you?
State capitalists, yeah, they're more so totalitarian.
Did anyone ever tell you? Did anyone ever tell you?
You watch me naked, John? Ooh, careful, man. Scary stuff.
Did anyone ever tell you? You play
Look what else decided to sell off more today. It's called silver. It's called silver, man. It's back inside that channel that it broke out of.
You play a very aggressive game.
So, yep, below support from September 2017. I think there's stronger support down here, much stronger support at 1750 or so. I mean, look at all these highs, right? Got a zone of support down there. It might easily see that, but then again, all right, if you're back inside this channel, the downside potential can go all the way down to 16 bucks, depending on how long it takes to get there. But something, let's see, that could happen. How far have we retraced? Previous low to high. So you haven't even retraced 38% of the way. That is what's so, that's just showing how much further silver could go if the world decides, hey man, maybe the recession's not going to happen yet. And then, the interest rates continued to get cut, by Powell. Well, really in the ECB, right? In Europe. I mean, everywhere. Germany, cutting rates. Dude, multiple places are, they're negative interest rates, but there are, Russia cut interest rates last week. So like these world powers continue to cut interest rates, right? That's only good for equities, and that's not really that great for these assets in the short term. But I think a lot of the smart money understands that what these governments are doing is really unsustainable, and eventually it's not going to be good, because you have to realize and remember the market cycle of the stock market, the global market, that's been recovering, has been around 10.5 years, and that is crazy. 6-year average since 1929. So yeah, man, it could suck in the short term for silver, but in the long term, I think very promising on silver. Now look at that weekly bearish pin bar on silver. Talked about that yesterday. That's a big bearish reversal pattern. Shooting star, bearish pin bar. You can call it either one. Lots of volume, lots of rejection up there. So it might be the beginning of some nice consolidation. It's probably very much needed on an asset that went from 1427 all the way up to 1965 in a matter of a few months. And the much larger pattern, the potential double bottom, bigger than your face, that neckline of the potential double bottom, $21 or so. You ever break that, measure moves all the way at $28 plus. So go figure, man. What, it went up and now it's kind of go down to retrace and recover. It was overbought. And I know we talked about we were the most overbought on silver on the weekly we had seen since April of 2011. The pinnacle, man. The highest point. All right. Log scale.
As always, great show.
Farshad, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, man. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the support, man. MoneyGram breaking the upside, I would bet, man. Why would it not, right? Look at MoneyGram, man. Continuing its ascent, trying to get to those areas we've talked about. It nearly hit the measured move of the range it broke out of today. Here's your MoneyGram Connect. Right, gapped up, XRP news, bounced off, back tested the down sloping resistance as support, sold off once more slightly, made a higher low eventually than the previous low before the news, and then rallied and broke the range again from the low point to high point of the range, approaching that measurement at 585. But we know in time, even if it retraces and back tests this range area, which it very well could in time, you would eventually want to see a 774 to 1161. That's the common retrace levels. And you're talking about common retraces, big deal. Like, think about last time, from just a previous discernible daily high to low. Where did we go? We went to the 618. Okay, mate. 618 for reversing the downside again. So still upside potential, but terrible position to take right now. It is not a low risk area. It just hit the first fib node. High point and low point, the 236 retrace at 534. So each fib node, there very well could be a price action reversal at each fib node. All right, so you're looking out to see what happens at that 236. There might be a good re-entry around 350. Reaccumulation. That's for you, Joe M, man. Kenneth, ATVI is Activision Blizzard. Video game stock, entertainment stock. Okay. What's up, Dennis Perry? All right, man. So I guess we'll just leave it at that. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the end of the day. Got 22 minutes left. I'll just try to come back tonight if it's warranted. Okay. So hopefully you got something out of the stream today. Looked at stocks this weekend, looked at them again today, and it's like, oh my god, yeah, one of them's up 8%. One of the best looking ones was up 8%. Another was up like 6%. I don't know. The EOS up, Ethereum's up, right? They broke out. What more do you want? So thank you all so much for the likes, love, support, contributions. Really means everything, because y'all are the real ones. Y'all are not the fake ones. The fake ones are the ones that aren't here, that don't care about crypto when it's not doing much, but only show up when big one's dumping or pumping. All right, those are the fake ones, the FOMOers that won't turn a profit in this market or other markets, but you will. Keep investing in yourself. I'll be back later. Until next time. Respect. Hey. Thanks, Steven, man, for the 2 super chat, Kingsman.
Just look at me. Open your eyes.
is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.